Samir, we haven't discussed the Iran war. How is that seen from India? I saw Mr. Modi said recently that a huge section of the world's population could be pushed back into poverty as a result of the Iran war. Talk to us a bit about how you're seeing it, about how India is seeing it.
Look, the natural consequence of the conflict obviously is energy prices, but that's one part of it. What you have to also understand is that that particular conflict is now structural, it is systemic, it is affecting a plethora of sectors. For example, dyes that you require for your textile industries. You are struggling with your textile sector, you're struggling with steel and cement because you require inputs that are supplied from that part of the world, cooking gas. So if you just look at the impact of that conflict is no longer just about energy prices, it's about industrial activity. We have a very large diaspora there. We have folks who are dependent on industrial activity in that region to earn money, send my money back home, remittances and everything else. So we have a downstream exposure in India and many parts of the world. In that part of the world in Asia. And by the way, it's not just India, it's South Asia more broadly, it's Southeast Asia more broadly. Many of them are working in that part of the world. From Philippines to Malaysia to Indonesia, they're all dependent on economies of the Middle East, and you're beginning to see that impact happen. But most importantly, that region had become the new financing hub for some of the biggest projects, connectivity projects, energy transition projects, digitalization projects for Africa, for South Asia, for Southeast Asia. They had become the aggregators, their sovereign funds had become collaborators with the big asset managers around the world to invest. And right now they are busy fighting this war. So there is also a complete slowdown of the big development projects that were underway because Europe and America had anyways ceded space when it came to some of these infrastructure and development activities. It was basically actors from the Middle East who were making up the slack and covering the slack in some sense. That too has suffered. So I think the implication is deep. It is much wider than most people believe it to be. And it could be really consequential. And I believe that if we don't solve this soon, and unfortunately we have incompetence at the top, but it could send folks back into recession. The global economy could start shrinking if we have this Friday to Monday cycle that's happening right now. That we are going to do a deal and then we are not going to do a deal. And that's what's happening, Friday and Monday, depending on which day you're sitting on. That's what you've been hearing for the last few weeks and months, right? So it's significant for all of us. And of course, for a country like us, which, like I said, has the wind beneath its wings right now, the costs are higher. We are the ones who are on the move. So for us, predictable and secure neighborhoods are vital. And we don't have one right now.